are set to wrap up week 7 in the National Football League. I love that music. It gets me pumping. Welcome into DTL Primetime live on Stadium. Wherever you find Stadium, you will find us. I'm your boy, the coach. We're on Amazon Prime, YouTube TV, Roku TV. How about the Stadium app and watch Stadium.com. Tonight, we've got 2 shows in one, 2 Monday night games, and we're going to double up every single place that you guys are used to. Now, before I bring in the crew, we've got a couple of breaking news items coming out of the NFL. Adam Schefter just tweeted this out, that Deebo Samuel, who suited up yesterday, was on the sidelines, looked like he was going to throw up throughout the first half. He has been hospitalized due to pneumonia and fluid in his lungs. There is no timetable for his return. Certainly, prayers go out to him. Pneumonia is nothing to play with. And then coming out of Washington, D.C., it doesn't look to be as bad as we thought. Jaden Daniels now officially week to week. Dan Quinn says he could play as early as this coming week, so it should not be that bad. So updates on those 2 players out of the National Football League. All right, tonight, it's 2 good matchups. You got a team that could tie for first place with the win tonight in the Ravens on the road to take on a first-place team in the Bucs. Then at 9 Eastern time, you've got the Chargers. Not too long, about a 45-minute flight over to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. So without further ado, I got the best crew in the game. It's time for the picks. If you happen to be watching on our YouTube channel, hit that like button on the way in. I see the chat is already popping. 3 of our absolute very best are here tonight. AB, DG, Raphael, my numbers guy. And Raphael, I got to start with you. I don't even have time for hellos tonight, but I got to know, game number 1, 8:15 Eastern time. How come now throughout the day, it was 3.5 this morning, it's up to -4 for the Ravens on the road against a team that scored 51 points against the Saints. The total has stayed fast on 50. Start us off.
Yeah, the money's piling in right now. There's 4.5s in Vegas and 51.5 over at FanDuel. This number is going to probably keep on climbing, favored and over. No action in the second game. Everyone's betting the first game.
Raven said that's what high was invented for. You're probably right. Hello to everybody. AB, let me come over to you because I'm a little bit shocked, to be honest with you, that the Bucs, who are a first-place team, they've showed they can win and play very well. They scored 51 points a week ago. But yet the books and the public clearly are way behind the Ravens right now, 4 games in a row, and it keeps going up on the road.
The Baltimore Ravens, I can tell you exactly why. It's because their offense is operating at a god-tier efficiency manner at the moment. It's literally perfect. This offense is rolling. They've got the number 1 rushing offense, number 1 rushing defense. They're healthy. Their offensive line is good to go. This is a completely different Ravens team than what you saw in week 1 against the Chiefs. That's why the money's coming in.
Damn right. DG, let me come over to you. AB just gave a lot of good reasons. And when Lamar Jackson starts to play this way in the past, well, they played well. But the one guy they didn't have in the past was the beast running out of the backfield right now, and that name is Derrick Henry.
Yeah, Derrick Henry has been a monster this entire season. Once they figured him out a little bit, but don't sleep on those Bucs just yet, boys. I think that the Bucs might have something to say tonight, especially them going against a rush, them being a good defender of the rush, and so we could see Lamar have to throw more than he really wants to.
Wait a second. Are you teasing your first play of the night?
Maybe.
How dare you? How dare you right here live on the show? By the way, John says best crew in the business. You're damn right. Can those of you that were not here this morning give a birthday shout out to Raphael and his twin brother? They turned 73 today. Happy birthday, Raphael. We love you so very much here at DTL. All right, let's jump into our best bets for game number 1. And AB, I'm coming over to you, big boy. Where are we starting?
We are starting with both quarterbacks. All right. Lamar Jackson, Baker Mayfield combined over 1.5 interceptions at plus 185 tonight. Anybody brand new to this, you could get 2 from Lamar, you're good. You could get 2 from Baker, you're good. 1-1, that gets us home 2. Just need to get to 2. That's where we're going.
All right, I'm going to go next. Now, I had, as Raven said, a ho-hum day, and I should have had a 5-1 day, but I don't live in the past. I'm talking about my teaser catching tonight. The Chiefs won on the field getting 8 in leg 1. My leg number 2, I'm going to go plus 9.5. I got the Bucs. There is not a universe that I believe that exists that the Bucs will lose by more than 10 tonight. At least I hope that they do not. That's my only play in game number 1. All right, Raphael, coming over to you. What do you like?
Ravens-Bucs under 50.5 this morning. I announced it. It's now 51.5. So I would say wait for this to under. I think it might see 51.5. DraftKings just moved it to 52. I mean, FanDuel just moved it to 52. We could see 52 across the board. Wait on it. I still like this under. I have no idea why the public likes the over so much.
It continues to move. Now, the Z-Man, he also has a teaser, and the Buccaneers plus 9.5 is his first leg. Cardinals plus 7.5, his second leg. All right, DG, tell me why you like getting the 3.5 Tampa to get it done tonight.
Yeah, I'm playing to a little narrative here. And obviously, if you look on the field, you're talking about a team in the Bucs who really do well against the run. And that's really what they want to do well with in Baltimore is they want to establish the run and then work off of that to a lot of the passing. But there's a lot been happening in Tampa. There's a lot of mojo going into this game. They want to win for the people. This is a big time game for them because it brings the spirits back. And so I'm playing into the feelings, into the spirits of Tampa. And so I think they come tonight, and they might even grab that money line as well.
DG, I got your back. I think sometimes when you go through a disaster like Tampa did, not once, but twice in a matter of a month, that sometimes you got to dig down deep for emotions on top of execution. So I think that's a very good take by you, that a lot of the people and certainly the players of Tampa want to step up and win for that community here tonight. So that game's at 8:15 Eastern time. Then 45 minutes later, we have game number 2. It's the Chargers. It's been sitting at 1 at most books all day. If you'd like to take the Cardinals, well, it's basically a pick. If you only get them at even money, then the total at 44. Let's start with my numbers guy one more time. Raphael, do you see anything changing over the course of the next hour and I guess about 2 hours from right now?
Maybe the total might go back up to 44.5. I think we'll stay at 1. We're just not getting any action, at least sharp action as well. A lot of 2-team parlays and teasers on this game, but something to move the number, I just don't see it. I think the total might move a half a point, but what a dud of a second game.
It's hard to believe, AB, that the Chargers have had a pretty good start to their season. Unfortunately for them, they play in the only division that has the only undefeated team left in the NFL. Of course, I'm talking about the Kansas City Chiefs at 6-0. So I know it's still early. I know it's only week 7, but they've got to win tonight just to stay within shouting distance and also say maybe it's just going to be a wild card year for us. You never know. Your take.
You never know, indeed. And I'll tell you why this number hasn't moved at all. It's because the public hasn't watched either of these teams play all season long. That's why you're going to see it tonight, though. Did you watch Michigan last year with Harbaugh? There you go. There's the Chargers right there. Then Kyler Murray, can he get this thing going? I think this is going to be a fun game. You've got a very low total here, very attainable. It's just, can Kyler and the offense exploit that Charger defense? If they can, we got a shootout on our hands, man.
And I think they have to do it first. I think if the Chargers score first, AB, we saw this last week against the Broncos. They have a way, because it's Jim Harbaugh, of just sucking the air out of the game and just running. J.K. Dobbins has been fantastic coming over. But that's what Jim Harbaugh does. He did it at Michigan. He did it at San Francisco, and he does it now with the Chargers. So I think this is the only way, DG, is if they take the air out of the ball, or if we want to shoot out, if the Cardinals get on top early and Kyler Murray really gets back into the game.
Yeah, I think that's actually perfect. And AB explained it really well, but you're talking about, the Chargers who really want to establish the run and they want to dominate, time of possession, dominate the game. Well, the Cardinals want to be flashy. They want to play Call of Duty a little bit later. They want to have some fun. So I think that they want to throw it in and maybe move the tempo up a little bit more. Whoever can establish their side of play, I think that's who wins tonight.
All right, well, let's go to our best bets for – oh, yes, Raphael, go.
I was called a liar. My old stopping grounds, BetMGM, just took a huge bet. Now it's -2 on the other side of Chargers -2 now. So BetMGM just gave me the middle finger and told me I lied to them on national TV.
On your birthday, you're getting
I know my birthday
from BetMGM?
Yeah.
Wow, that feels like me for the last 8 months in my emails. What? Did I say that? Anyway, AB, let me come over because you do believe in your gut. And the Cardinals have shown it this year. that if they start getting going and Marvin Harrison Jr. is dialed in early, they can score early, they can score often. You think they do that tonight?
I do, but they've got to start quickly, okay?
Yes.
They've got to play from the first quarter all the way through the fourth quarter. You can't get down because this offense can get stuck in the mud. I like the Cardinals team total over 20.5. Get that at -120 there. And yes, I think the Cardinals understand because every year it's always get to about week 6, week 7, week 8, and everything starts falling apart. This is the time where they don't do that. Start quick and force Harbaugh to play from behind tonight.
I just want the kid to show me some grittiness, show me some heart. If you get down by 7 or 10, take the 49ers game out of it. Show me you can come back and you're not just going to throw it into the ground like you do every single time when you quit. Give me a little heart tonight. Now, with that being said, DG, let me come over to you because you have AB's back. He doesn't need them to win for him to cash, but you do. Talk to me.
Yeah, I love that play on what AB has with the total team over 20.5. But also, I looked and there's a lot of khakis on sale. There's not much happening there here in, I guess, Arizona. So we're going to go with the Cardinals tonight on the money line. And, Coach, I know you went the other way. And so it only feels natural going straight up against you.
Oh, I've said it once. I'll say it 1,000 times. There are hashtag levels to this game. And DG, how many times do I have to tell you and prove to you, you are not on my level? But hey, I'll let the Chargers speak for me tonight. That's how confident I am. I hate the AFC West, and I'm still willing to do it simply to beat you. I'll do that. It's okay. Let that resonate for a second. Let it just soak all over you, DG. I see. It's like right between your eyes. You don't got nothing to say.
Better pack a lunch. We're coming.
All right. I'll be honest with you. I almost said Raphael had the Chargers. I forgot it was me. I literally forgot it was me. All right, Raphael, let's go over to you. What do you got in the second game?
Well, Coach, me and DG battled yesterday, and I won. So maybe to go purposely on the other side. But I'm going the Cardinals to score 2 touchdowns plus on a total. There's a plus 110, 2.5. They did this in week 1. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. COD is going to have a nice game through the air. So I see him throwing for 2 touchdown passes, maybe run for a touchdown pass. I see the Cardinals scoring at least 3 touchdowns. I'll grab that plus money at plus 110.
Very interesting. AB, you know how you can tell when people are not true heels, that people don't understand trash talk? Because I'm one of the great heels in the history of the WWE. They're telling DG to talk smack about getting into the club when it comes to our showdown with our play on the show, which is something you never do, ever. Am I right, AB?
You're absolutely correct. Yeah. You be careful once you start bringing in 2 different flavors here.
We don't do 2 different flavors here. Right back at you there, Brian. All right, we've got about a minute left here. Which game? Because sometimes when you have a game, let's do 15 seconds each. You have a game that goes, it's yuck. We've known because we've done this a long time. That could turn out to be a great night. AB, which is the better game excitement-wise?
Ravens-Bucs. Even though both of these games, I'm excited for both of them. But the Ravens-Bucs has potential for a ton of passing. I can't wait for it.
DG.
I'm the same way. I think that the ball is going to be going through the air a lot more than we expect just because these 2 teams, they want to be running teams, but they're going to be throwing it tonight.
Raphael, you're always on the other side. I know you are here.
Honestly, Chargers, Arizona. I think they're going to have more points scored in that game than we're going to have in the first game. I'm more excited about Raw, but I'm talking about the second game, Chargers and Cardinals.
Yeah, we can't forget about the last word tonight. Speaking of Monday Night Raw, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. If you feel so inclined, and I know a lot of you in the chat do join us at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, we're just getting started. We have best bets from both games. Still to come, we have props from both games. We've got matchups from both games. We got quarterbacks from both games. We have the no-fly zone from just one, however. It is DTL Prime Time Live only on Stadium. All right, all of you degenerates out there still with us on YouTube. I made AB go in the lab double time, and I love what I'm about to see. AB, take us through this.
Parlay time. Usually we just do one team. We're doing two teams here. All right, so you're going to have to choose one from each side, everybody. First off, Ravens side. Ravens money line, Lamar Jackson anytime TD, 205. Ravens money line, Derrick Henry, 2+ TDs, 315. And the Ravens -4, Lamar Jackson, 80+ rushing yards, plus 500. Then, other side, Bucks +4, Mike Evans anytime TD, 300. Bucks +4, Rashad White anytime TD, plus 375. And the Bucks money line and Chris Godwin anytime TD, plus 525. Birthday boy, Raphael, you're up. Pick one.
First one, I'm going to go the Ravens money line and Derrick Henry +2 touchdowns, 315. I think Derrick Henry wins the MVP. Finally, somebody else in the quarterback. And I'll take the Bucks +4, Mike Evans anytime TD at 3-1.
Derrick Henry leads the league in rushing, leads the league in rushing attempts, leads the league in rushing 10+ yard carries. He is all over it. Good call there. DG, what's the Memphis player?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the chalk on the first one, Ravens money line, and then Lamar +205. Then we're going to go the other side of that, Bucks money line +525. Somebody's got to win. I'm on both sides of it. When the Chris Godwin touchdown, I think it happens tonight.
Okay. Coach, where are you going?
Well, I'm going to go Ravens -4 because then I think I could win on both sides. Ravens on the money line, and Derrick Henry 2+ touchdowns, +315. I think there's a ton of points tonight. I hate that because I'm on the teaser side of this, but I just got to be honest with myself. And then on the other side, we're going to go Bucks 4, a Rashad White anytime touchdown, +375.
There we go. All right, I'm going Ravens money line, Lamar Jackson anytime TD, +205. And I'm going Bucks +4, Rashad White anytime TD, +375.
AB says it all the time that you just never know on these primetime games what you're going to get. The Bucks 2 weeks ago scored 30. There were 66 points scored. Then last week they scored 51. So 81 points the last 2 weeks. I'm ready for a shootout. I'm also ready for two great quarterbacks. And if you're new to our little show, settle in. We're back on Stadium in 5 seconds. All right, we continue on having a good start to the show. Primetime Live, as always, on Stadium, Amazon Prime, YouTube TV. You know the drill. Now, tonight, it's rare that you get quarterback matchups like we have here tonight. You got Lamar Jackson, 2-time MVP, maybe a third coming up this year. Then you got a guy who's bounced around but has found a home. He's a lineman trapped in a quarterback's body. But boy, do they follow him to the ends of the earth. Ladies and gentlemen, Lamar Jackson on one side, Baker Mayfield on the other side. It's time for the only place that has the no-fly zone.
Let's start breaking down this Ravens offense. Like I said, it is on absolute fire, just pure efficiency, and we will explain why. Now, the Bucs secondary, pretty damn good, all right? You see the rankings there in the NFL by quadrant, short left, short mid, short right, deep left, deep mid, deep right. You can see it a lot of top 10s. Now, the Ravens offense 5 weeks ago was a 5 yards and in passing offense, but offensive coordinator Todd Monken is seeing gold everywhere. Look at that. It is expanding 15, 20 yards, throwing to his left side. Be able to watch that because they run to the right. Now flip it over here. There are danger zones. Throwing deep will be tough for Lamar because this Bucs secondary can get down, and Lamar doesn't have the best numbers. Also, short right. Pay attention to that right there. That is a serious trouble zone for Lamar Jackson, especially if he's flushed out of the pocket by the big dog, Vita Vea. Now, the final slide here, game scripts for Lamar Jackson, okay? Run the ball, control the clock, you will control the game. The Ravens defense does have issues. Your best defense is your offense. You're going to see elevated screen passes tonight. Short passing game is safe. Now, you see scrape, scrape, scrape. What I want you to watch for tonight is Derrick Henry coming out of the backfield, being used as a dummy wide receiver. Lamar fakes to him the scrape and then takes off running. It is almost impossible to stop. And tight end balance creates chaos. Coach, the Ravens use 4 tight ends with Derrick Henry. Yes, it is impossible lately to stop this offense because they're so balanced and Lamar doesn't miss passes. 3 out of 5 stars to throw a pick. Now, Jumping over to the other side here, you see Baker. Ravens secondary, they give up a lot of yards. They give up a lot of points. Baker can throw. Now, he's going to throw to his right side. We just showed Lamar on the left. Baker throws with his body to the right, 10 yards and in. Flip it over. He has trouble zones deep everywhere. Intermediate left, intermediate right. That's where Baker to get into trouble because why? Remember Jay Cutler when he used to throw off his back foot? Baker doesn't have quite that arm, but I love Baker. Just be careful on these passes. Go to the last slide. Game scripts for the Bucs. You're going to have to find creative run plays. You have to have a balanced offense. You're facing the number one rush defense in the NFL. Have a motion offense, all right? A lot of eye candy, a lot of movement at the line of scrimmage pre-snap. Now, get Baker out of the pocket. Get him running. Get him moving around. Anything you could do to get the Ravens defense off balance. And watch the time of possession battle. Do not let the Ravens run the clock and own it because they'll own you. 4 to 5 stars to throw a pick.
I know this. If I see a 4 out of 5 stars, I'm playing over half an interception. If you're new to DTL, I'm telling you right now, pay attention to the no-fly zone. It never disappoints. By the way, Brad M says 200 plus watching on a Monday night. Take a moment to congratulate yourselves, fellas. Great content. Brad, 200 plus would be nice. We're well over 1,000. That's just our YouTube page. We are everywhere, not to mention on Stadium, not to mention on Amazon Prime. That's called distribution. So, yes, I will congratulate us, but thank you for being here on YouTube. So important. Oh, geez, you know who you are. Now, let's look at the numbers tonight because, guys, I don't know that I've ever had a game so far this year that has more numbers that I think I could sink my teeth into. And Lamar Jackson, we know he can do it with his legs and his arms. We know that Baker can too. But, DG, let me come over to you. Anything here that kind of sticks out to you?
Yeah, I've been talking about it all night. I think this is a passing game. If you look both these passing yards, I think they're both very attainable. I know AB talked a lot about the wheels for Lamar. I just think that they're going to sit back and make him throw. And I think they both sail over their passing yards tonight.
So if that's the case, then Raphael, do we look at attempts? I mean, the completion for Lamar are only at 19.5.
I would say yes on Lamar, 19.5. The longest pass for Baker Mayfield at 35.5 is what he did to the Saints. I can see them doing tonight, just throwing the bomb. He's got great wide receivers. They run great routes. That would not shock me if that one hits. And I'm actually shocked that there's no yellow on the board for these two quarterbacks. We usually put up graphics and there's yellow, and there's no yellow on the board. So it's a pretty even quarterback matchup. I'm excited to see this quarterback matchup.
It's rare, AB, that you've got a quarterback that you easily could put him in the rushing comparison because he's that dynamic. Lamar Jackson's number's a little juicy around minus 120, but it's around 52.5 tonight. Does that play into anything in your mind?
I like it because it's tough to run on the Bucs. You're not going to run it via A gap, B gap, and he's going to line up right over the center, right over the guards, and make you make a business decision to go out, right? So I do like Lamar on those. I like Lamar's longest rush. I think that could be solid there. And then you look at Baker Mayfield. Love completions here. He's gonna throw it all night long, all freaking night long.
It really changed, DG, when Baker signed his long-term deal and he became the guy. He's even made it through this year going after Tom Brady. Tom Brady coming to town, flexing on him, and that's continued on. He didn't back down. So now you look at these numbers, and it's no longer, wow, can Baker Mayfield get it done? The question is, how is he going to get it done? So if it's going to be a lot of passing tonight, his numbers are a little scarier, 24.5. And then, producer man, can I see that one more time? 30, what was that? The attempts, 36.5, DG on the side with Baker.
Yeah, that 36.5 does scare me. But you look at a possession receiver like a Chris Godwin, I think he will rely on him a lot. But also you could go deep, especially a sideline where you kind of stay out of the middle of the Baltimore defense and run it down the sideline with Mike Evans into maybe a 25, 30-yard reception just to take the top off the defense. So you're going to see a lot from Baker, trying to spread it out and then dink and dunk as he needs to. But Baker will get up there. That big number, it does scare me as well. 36.5 is a lot.
I'm glad you brought up longest completion, though, because Raphael, I imagine, I saw this last night. We were talking about it on the show with AB, and I said, Najee Harris, I foresee him coming up and bouncing and getting that longest rush. What happened? Exactly as we described it. I can see late in the game, if there's people running all over the place, they did it against Dallas, that they could have a longest completion because defenses lose receivers when it comes to Lamar Jackson. It just happens at least once or twice a game.
Yeah, this is weird because most teams want to establish the run first and pass second. This might be the opposite. Maybe pass first, run second. We might see rushing attempts in the second half more than we're going to see in the first half because both teams are going to want to stop the run. So I think passing is going to be really key. And I would not shock me if we see big passing numbers in the first half. We might see wide receivers cashing their prop bet by halftime. So I think both quarterbacks are going to be coming out gunning.
Okay, let's flip the script now. Let's go over to game number 2. And it's been so different in AB. As we look at Justin Herbert and Kyler Murray, I wonder how Herbert, who his first few years, he was used as a gunslinger. Now in walks Jim Harbaugh. And you can see from the numbers currently at DraftKings that it's a different way of life in LA, but it's a way of life that has proven to be successful. Your take on the Chargers quarterback?
Jim Harbaugh loves to run the football. That's what he loves to do and protect it. That's why you see Justin Herbert plus 120 to throw an interception. That's a low number, man, in terms of on the plus side. That's how they get down. All right. Now, I kind of dig completions here because I think that the Cardinals could either score quickly or punt quickly. I think you see a lot of possession time for the Chargers here, and they could be playing from behind as well. That's really my favorite play. This is a tough one to break down, though, man. Like this game is difficult to bet. These numbers are pretty spot on.
It really is. DG, come over here. Let's stick with the Chargers right now because I'm still trying to adjust my mind and my brain into the new look Chargers. But if the Cardinals do jump out early, I think all of these are in play for Justin Herbert.
Yeah, they are. But the one I like the most is the longest pass. In every game this season, he's had 27 or more on his longest pass so far. And that's it's just play action. Once you start establishing the run, which Jim Harbaugh wants to do, he's going to eventually do the play action. And that's when you can throw it over top a little bit and you get a little speed going down the field. And so 31.5, he's done the last 2 games. He's been at 27, his lowest number so far this season. So I like that a lot. It's a good look.
I think it really is. They got to try, no matter how conservative you are, they do try it 2-3 times a game. Raphael, let's go over to Kyler Murray because he's had times this year he's looked spectacular. He's had times this year that literally, as I keep saying, he has quit. It's easy for him to attain these numbers because the books have zero confidence in him week to week.
Yeah, zero confidence, just like how they made Kyler Murray almost taller than Justin Herbert in this picture. That's way off. But the passing yards shot at me right there. His passing yards for Herbert will open up at 211.5. Got bet all the way up to 218.5. Murray can either throw quickly, get a touchdown pass, or be playing from behind at home. That's why I like his passing yards over at 218.5. I wish I would get to 211.5, but I was working yesterday, so I couldn't grab that good number. But 218.5, I think, is a really good price. I think Murray goes over that.
It's so important. And AB, let me come over to you. Kyler Murray, specifically 218.5. Do you like him to throw it early and often? But also, he needs to complete passes if he's going to get to that number.
I like his passing number. And Raphael, it's funny that you said that because making this graphic, I actually put that into perception of, do I make it shorter than Herbert? Look, a little graphic tip. How you get players and people aligned in different positions are the shoulders. That's how you try to get alignment. And that's what the Cardinals are going to try to do with alignment tonight. All right. Get the Chargers out of sync and hit Marvin Harrison Jr. deep. I like his passing yards, man. I really do.
All right, very good. All right, good comparison on both quarterbacks. Shout out to Kevin. He says, can we take just a minute right now to be grateful and appreciate how awesome a community AB and Coach have created for us? I soak up the info in these shows like a sponge. Appreciate you guys and the entire crew. DG, Raphael, Z-Man, Soupy, Seabass. I mean, everybody. They come to the table. It's all about being educated and being entertained and doing it together. So, Kevin, thank you very much for that note. All right, we've compared the quarterbacks, but on the other side, what props are we going to sink our teeth into tonight? Also, we match up the running backs, the receivers for both games. It's double duty tonight. It is primetime live only on Stadium. All right, you OGs out there, we continue on here on our YouTube page. And AB, we've done the parlays for the first game. What about game number 2?
Game number 2. And let me say, Everybody that you mentioned here done a great job building this community. You all, the crew, have built this community, and thank you for that. All right, Chargers, Cardinals here. Let's go through it quick. Chargers money line, J.K. Dobbins, anytime TD, plus 195. Chargers money line, Herbert, 225 in the air, plus 400. Chargers -1, Dobbins, 2 touchdowns, plus 600. Cardinals side, Cardinals +1, James Conner, anytime TD, 225. Cardinals 1, Marvin Harrison Jr., anytime TD, 345. Cardinals win the game. Kyler Murray, 60-plus rushing yards, plus 600. Birthday boy, back at you. What do you got?
I'm going to first one on the Chargers money line, Dobbins, anytime TV, plus 195. And then that second one, it's my birthday. Give me that 6-1 Cardinals money line and mini-me Kyler Murray, 60-plus rushing yards.
He's feeling it, man. He's feeling it. All right, DG, what's the Memphis play here?
Yeah, I'm going to go opposite a little bit of Raphael. I'm going to go to the big on this side, and it's the Chargers -1, J.K. Dobbins, 2+ touchdowns. That's that plus 600. I like J.K. a lot tonight. And then I'm going to go the easy one, Cardinals +1, plus 225. All I need is the extra James Conner touchdown.
Coach, I feel like you got some surprises coming for us here, man.
You're damn right. I'm going plus 600, AB. Are you kidding me? J.K. Dobbins, I got your back. He's going to go in twice. And you guys already know I got the Chargers winning, and I'll lay that one for plus 600. No problem there. Then on the other side, as Chuck says, for show purposes only, I'll take a Marvin Harrison anytime touchdown to go with that +1, plus 345 if I had to.
I'm with you, Coach. I'm with you. I'm going top. Chargers money line, Dobbins, TD, 195. And the same one, Cardinals +1, Marvin Harrison anytime TD, plus 345.
Oh, look who just showed up in the chat, AB. The very first OG to get into the club. Tina has arrived, and she likes JK tonight. Already added J.K. Dobbins to her fantasy team. Do we like him tonight in fantasy, anybody?
If Tina chooses it, I'm in.
Dude, if you're playing it, damn it. Oh, what's that? Oh, Soupy says, no, I don't like it. That means play it. 100% play it. We're back on Stadium in just 5 seconds. All right, we are back on Stadium. 2 big games tonight on Monday Night Football. What a good live audience tonight that we have watching either on Stadium, Amazon Prime, YouTube TV, Roku TV, or for you OGs out there watching on our YouTube channel. I am the coach. We have just crossed the bottom of the hour, getting set for the Ravens and the Bucs and the Chargers and the Cardinals. Now, at the top of the hour, we did our straight plays, but here at the bottom of the hour, we separated out because some of you just like to play props. It's time to prop it up. Ooh, feels good to me. Let's start with the Ravens and the Bucs. AB, let's come over to you. Not shocking. When you want guaranteed money, you go to the big boy. You're up.
The big horse himself, Derrick Henry, but we're going over 1.5 receptions at plus 155. Remember the word scrape. You're going to see scrape plays all night tonight to keep the Bucs front, away, and off balance. So I like Derrick Henry receptions. I also like Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, 2+ touchdowns at plus 110. Now this means Lamar Jackson would have to run it in. It won't count passing touchdowns. He would have to run it or catch it. But Derrick Henry could get 2 and get us home free. And then Baker Mayfield, and we were just talking about it in the chat here, over 3.5 rush attempts. Number 1 rushing defense in the NFL that he is facing. It's going to be tough with Rachaad White and anybody else. But Baker's going to get outside the pocket, and he's going to go. Kneel downs count. Absolutely. And Baker likes to run in the red zone, too. Watch that.
You're damn right, kneels down count. He's going to be kneeling down tonight into the game 3 times as the Bucs went on the field. We won't even need the points, even though I like him in the teaser. By the way, Big Chuck morning show, Mike Evans over 51.5 receiving yards. This dude is big. He's strong. Baker loves him. He loves getting loose on either sideline. I like Mike Evans tonight, and that 51.5 number, pristine for Big Chuck. Raphael, it's coming to you. You got 2.
Lamar Jackson over 9.5 rushing attempts, minus 130. Last game, he had double-digit rushing attempts. Last 2 games, he's had double-digit rushing attempts. He's hit this prop 3 out of 4, and he's going to have 4 kneel downs because that's how many times he's going to have to kneel down to finish the game on the road. So I'll take Lamar his rushing attempts. And then give me Justin Tucker over 7.5 kicking points. he could have this by halftime just because Tuck's leg is just phenomenal. He had 14 points or 12 points his last game against Washington. He has hit this prop 4 out of 6 games. I think Tucker has a big game with his leg.
Well, he's just simply the best kicker in football. I don't care how long other guys can kick the ball. He is the best kicker in football, bar none. Just don't mess with our quarterback and tight end. If you know, you know. All right, DG, 2 big plays from you in this game. Talk to me.
Been all over it, so I'm going to keep on going. Baker Mayfield over 253.5 passing yards. It's at minus 110 where I got it at. The Ravens allow the most passing yards. So no matter how the game script plays out, whether they're behind trying to catch up or whether they're trying to establish, they can't establish the run. So we're going to go with this and go Baker Mayfield over 253.5 passing yards. I'm going to go with my guy, Lamar Jackson, over 15.5 longest rush. It's 16.5 in most places. I got this at MGM at 15.5. It's at minus 125, which is a little bit high. But 12 of the last 12 games, he's had 16 plus as his longest rush. 12 of the last 12, Lamar Jackson.
And this will come in the last 3 minutes of the first half. It always does. They're going to spread everybody out, and then they let him run straight up the middle. I still remember a run where I had him over 52.5. And remember that run at the end of the game? He ran 30 yards and then threw it back 5, and it cost me the cash. Yeah, not that I'm still living with that one. Lamar, be better. All right, let's flip the script over to game number 2, the Chargers and the Cardinals. AB, we're going to have so many cash tickets tonight. I love it. You're up.
J.K. Dobbins, Chargers running back, anytime TD, minus 120. If there's anybody that loves khakis and running the football up the A-gap, baby, it's Jim Harbaugh. Give me J.K. Dobbins here to get in the end zone. We're also going to take Justin Herbert over half an interception at plus 120. We're also going to take Kyler Murray over half an interception at minus 105. I cannot wait to watch this game because it's going to be better than people think, and I think both quarterbacks are going to have to throw more than they likely want to. They're going to get picked off.
There is no question Kyler Murray throws an interception tonight. That is a done freaking deal. So we're playing with house money with the Herbert one. Just a little juice there. But I love all 3 of those plays. All right, my numbers guy, Raphael, you're up 2 more.
I got Justin Herbert over 1.5 passing TDs plus 165. I like the over. I think both quarterbacks throw 2+ touchdowns. That's how much I think this game flies over the total. So look for a big passing game from Herbert. And the Cards defense doesn't really scare anybody, so he could have a big game through the air. My second one is James Conner over 62.5 rushing yards, minus 3 nickels. Feed him the ball. Anytime he has double-digit rushing attempts, he flies over this number. He's hit this total 3 out of 5 times, but you need to feed him the ball so we can cash this ticket.
All right, let's come over to DG now. You've got 2 for the second game.
Yeah, let's go with Trey McBride over 5.5 receptions, and it's at plus 102. He's had 6+ in 3 of the last 5 games, but also the Chargers, they allow the 6th most to the tight end position just in targets in general. So look for them to spread it out with Trey McBride. And then Justin Herbert over 3.5 rushing attempts. It's a little weird. I get it, but Arizona does allow the 8th most rushing attempts to the quarterback. They're going to make sure they, once they pass it off, they're going to do the play action, going to get him out, and then eventually he's going to push him out of the pocket and get him out on the edge a little bit and rush him. So we're looking for 4 rushing attempts from Herbert.
All right, very, very good. All right, so we have props from both games, but also there may be other plays that maybe my guys didn't find. We've got 4 matchups. We're going to whip through them in the next 6 minutes. So let's start with game number 1 on the ground. We got big Derrick Henry and Rachaad White. AB, I got to start with you because there's some numbers he's so good, like anytime touchdown. I can't bet that.
Yeah, it's too high, right? Look, I actually want Derrick Henry at the 2+ touchdowns. I don't want to mess with longest rush or attempts. Because I think the Baltimore Ravens are going to use 4. They use 4 tight ends, and I think they're going to use them a lot tonight. But I like Derrick Henry at 2 touchdowns plus 265.
It does feel pretty good, DG, because I mean, attempts, you never know. Longest rush, they could bottle him up, and he gets one late. They go, oh, damn it, I thought I cashed. But 2 scores, they go to him whenever they're inside the 10.
I agree on that. 215 anytime touchdown for Derrick Henry. We're going to look at it on a baseball and a hockey point of view. If you're going to play the Golden Knights on a $2 favorite at home, you lay it because you don't want to lay the puck line. 215 anytime TD. If you have smart money management, that's actually a low price. This one should be like minus 250, minus 265. There is value on 215, but I'll do the plus 265, 2 rushing touchdowns. He wins the MVP. I'm taking the plus 265 for Henry.
Is this Raphael does whatever he wants tonight while DG's on mute?
I've got to
yes,
say,
AP.
no, real quick.
I was covering for him.
Exactly. I was going to say that was a pro move right there, what Raphael just did. Pro move.
All right, DG, you lost your take on this one. We got to keep it moving to the receiving props in this game. Take a look. You might see something here that you like at home. Sometimes you got to do the work yourself. So, DG, as I look at Zay Flowers, who I love, and Chris Godwin, who we're on tonight as well, anything you see here?
Yeah, hopefully a better microphone that doesn't mute itself. But I'm going to go with Chris Godwin over 6.5 receptions. I think he's going to be the possession receiver tonight for Baker for sure.
And I think AB, if I liked anything with Zay Flowers, I'm going to go the over 5.5 catches. He's now proven not only can he take a yard, but he's that 5 and 6 yard guy. So he's everything for Lamar Jackson. I like the receptions tonight.
Don't hate it. The Ravens have a bit of a Chiefs problem. There's only one ball, right? Like you just got people everywhere in Mahomes and a quarterback that can distribute it. I'll say this. I'm looking at the opposite side. Chris Godwin, longest reception is only 22.5 yards. For the love of anything, I want on that right now.
Raphael, my apologies, sir. You're picking us up. What do you like here?
I agree. 22.5 longest reception for Godwin. When we were talking about Baker and his numbers, I said the 33.5 longest reception was low. I was thinking Chris Godwin on the right side. Boom. There we go. We cash ticket 22.5. Too low. This one opened up at 19.5. Where was I when that was 19.5?
Wow. Jesse, by the way, says, really, DG? That's what you're going to go with? Hashtag do better. I agree, Jesse. All right, last matchup graphic. So many different lines that you can play tonight. DG, J.K. Dobbins is like a new man. You put him in a different uniform, and all of a sudden, he becomes an absolute beast, and we know what James Conner can do. Which guy do you like tonight?
I love J.K. Dobbins tonight. I think he's the better player tonight in this matchup. I love that anytime touchdown. Minus 120, that's not a lot of juice for a guy who's going to get into the pay dirt tonight.
All right, AB, what about you, big boy?
James Conner, longest rush over 16.5. If it does not hit, everyone type in the chat right now. I'll pick someone and mail out a Mims Lumber hat. James Conner is going over 16.5 longest rush.
And this might be the hardest one, the receiving line in this game. We're going to go with McConkey. Who are these guys on this side? And then you got the number 1 pick for the Cardinals, Marvin Harrison Jr. He's had some big first quarters, Raphael, but he's not a guy that's figured out how to play the entire game yet.
Yeah, this one's hard to pick. I'll do anytime TD plus 180 for Marvin Harrison Jr. I still think Mini Bean throws the ball all over the place, so I think Harrison grabs a touchdown.
DG, I know McConkey has a legacy in the NFL, but this is our featured dude tonight. That tells me everybody else, they gone.
McConkey, he's going to get one tonight. Plus 210. He might get 2 plus 1,800. He's the number 1 option for Justin Herbert.
Don't ever try that again, please. Don't ever try that again. AB, I got 20 seconds for you. How did McConkey get to be the number 1 receiving option for Mr. Hebert?
Because he was the number 1 receiving option for the Georgia Bulldogs when they were winning titles. Do not sleep on the white boy. Lad McConkey is cold, son. This dude is good.
Line of the night. Do not sleep on the white boy. /AB. All right. Those are all the matchups tonight. Again, if you don't like some of the props, and we gave you 1,000, find a number you do like. Do some of the work yourself. That's what you're here for, to be educated and entertained, and then make the picks. And you don't have to play every one also. A lot of you say, oh, I got to play. No, you don't. No, you don't. All right, when we come back, it's time to get serious. Somebody tonight has a chance to get into the club, not once, but twice. It's Prime Time Live right here on Stadium. All right, you D-Gens. Love every single one of you. And AB, this is our third break, and this is my favorite break. What do we have?
We have points bands, and we have them for all 4 teams. So anybody that's brand new, essentially you're picking the final score for each team. All right, the Bucs won 17-15 over the Ravens. 11-20 would hit for both of them. You get it? I'm not going to read it all. You can see it. Now, Raphael, throw it over to you, buddy. You got to pick one. You got to pick one for all 4 teams. What do you got?
I'm going to do Ravens 31-40 at plus 225 and 11-20 on the Bucks plus 190. And on the Chargers, I'm going to go 21-30 at plus 145. And then I'm going to do the Bucks at plus 155, 21-30.
Okay. All right. Bands of Make It Dance, DG. What do we got here?
I'm going to go the Ravens 21-30 at plus 140 and then plus 400 for the Bucks there at 31-40. And I'm going to go across the board 31-40 for both the Chargers and the Cardinals.
Going big boy tonight. All right, Coach, this is your bread and butter.
It is. I mean, I've invented this damn thing. Raphael's dead to me because what he just described makes my teaser a dead duck. So I'm going to go with 21. I think it's going to be like 28-24. So I'm going to go 21-30 for both Bucks and the Ravens. And then over here, it's going to be, I think the Chargers going to be in 21-30 plus 145. And I think their defense steps up. I think 11-20 plus 160 for the Cardinals.
I am going 21-30 on all 4 teams. I think that I can get 3 out of 4.
I think you can too. I really think you can too. By the way, IG says that was actually funny. AB, you're funny as hell. That might have been the best line we've heard in a minute. I'll give you credit for that one. Do not sleep on the white boy. Boy, that sounds like a segment. That sounds like a segment. I just got to figure out what it is. What is it? I don't know. Maybe it's, I don't know. But you got me thinking now, AB. Do not sleep on the right boy.
There we go.
Mark agrees with me. Damn right, Coach. Arizona not going to score more than 20. Now, I know AB doesn't agree with me because he's got the team total over 20.5. What does that tell you? Make up your mind for yourself and listen to the information. We are back on Stadium in just 5 seconds. All right, welcome back to Stadium, everybody. Amazon Prime. We are everywhere on a Monday night. 2 games, and don't forget, our next show will be this Thursday. We've got the Vikings and the Rams. And AB, the Vikings have no time to wait after losing their first game of the season. And if you have a game that you have to travel to after losing a hard-fought battle to the Lions, it would be the Rams. However, the statistics show that the game after you play the Lions, you simply don't win. They're so rough. Vikings, this is going to be harder than what people think.
It is, and this is going to be a test of your locker room, all right, and your team. Can you bounce back? If you can bounce back, you can handle the Rams. That's nothing negative against them. That's how good the Vikings are. But this is a test. We're going to find out for real now, are the Vikings legit or not?
That's exactly right. How does Sam Darnold bounce back? And DG, the Rams certainly are not out of it because in this division, 4-3 is in first place, and right now they're 2-4. So with a couple of wins, they could get right back into it. But we're talking about a team that has a lot of injuries, and for the Vikings, this feels like it could be their year, but you got to win games like this.
Yeah, I think that the Rams are going to get a little bit healthier. I believe it's upcoming this week is they'll get some guys back. But I think the Vikings are going to step on their throat. I think they're really, really good, and I think they're good in the trenches as well. And so I think they easily beat the Rams this weekend.
I think the hardest thing, Raphael, will be getting over how they lost to the Lions. They had that game all the way until the very end. I like going to L.A., though, because it certainly won't feel like an away game. They get nobody there for their games.
Yeah, Skull's going to be representing in LA in this game. I'm going to wait to see what the line movement. I'm shocked that this total opened up at 46, quickly got bet up to 48. I was leaning towards the under in this game when I first saw these numbers. I'm going to wait to see what line movement. I do believe we'll see Rams money come in.
All right, we've got some differing opinions in the chat. Liddy says the Vikes are pretenders. TJ said the Vikings defense is going to look great, not against the best offense in the league. And Jared said, I said a week ago, regression coming for the Vikings. So we'll see if they lose 2 in a row. We'll be live Thursday night at 7 Eastern time right here on Stadium with Prime Time Live. Now, If you're new to our little show, our little brand, sometimes we joke around for about, 50 minutes. And then we start to get serious. Because there's a little something called getting into the club that we hold near and dear to our hearts. Some are in, Tina, OG. Some are not in. You're staring at one of those faces. But tonight, we've got not one chance, but two chances to cash that ticket. Pop those bottles. Stick your head out of the window and talk trash to those who are down on the street, still trying to get in. Slip the security guard that little cool hundo. Used to do it all the time. It doesn't work here. So, AB, you're going to give me your two at the same time. You've got the first diamond next to your name. You are the OG. You've earned it. Where do we start, sir?
Let's go. First game, Chris Godwin plus 1,100 here. The Bucs have two wide receivers with 5 touchdowns each. No team in the NFL has that. That's how much they throw the football. We're also going to go wide receiver on the other side. Marvin Harrison Jr. plus 1,000. I'll eat the chalk. Don't mind doing it at all, baby. Let's get 2 diamonds tonight.
By the way, AB, you know what a low-key savage is?
Yes.
It's when you're in the chat and you write nothing and you simply put a diamond underneath your name. That's Tina. Respect.
She owns the club.
She does own the club. They walk in. She's got the crown on. She's got it all.
She's headed out. Right. Envelopes of cash, son. Let's go.
All right. So Amy's getting chalky tonight. Very chalky tonight. All right. So DG, who did you get? Who did you use to get into the club your one time?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Act like you don't have it up on the wall at home. Come on.
I'll get it framed later.
Yeah, of course you will. All right, give me both of yours. We'll switch screens in between.
All right, let's go ahead and start off with the white boy, Ladd McConkey. He's in the late game. He's at plus 1,300. And honestly, the Chargers, they've had the first TD in 4 out of 5 games this year. All of them have been to a wide receiver, and McConkey was one of them. All right, let's go to the other one. This is very chalky, but when I saw the number, I had to do it. Lamar Jackson, plus 1,000. They've actually had this every game this year. They played 6. Baltimore scored every single time, first time. Most of them are going to Derrick Henry, but the other times it's going to Lamar. And so Lamar plus 1,000.
AB, I feel like we need to see some receipts on this one, to be honest with you. Right, Raphael?
I agree. 1,000 Lamar Jackson, which what was it? Bet Rivers?
That's a good one, too. All right. Oh, just grinds my gears to see those 2 diamonds above those names. Oh, my God, does it tick me off. And I just completely shredded my contact. Oh, my God. Sorry, guys. I just shredded my contact I'm a one-eyed host right now. I don't even know if I can get through these last 4 minutes. This is how you get into the club. You play hurt, Raphael. I'm coming over to you. Give me your 2.
I called all the diamond people in there, and I'm going to hit both of them so I can bring my brother in with me to the club tonight on our birthday. So I'm going to take the big tight end from Tampa, Cato, 19-1, not a 10-1, not an even money like these other guys. I'm taking the big tight end at 19-1. And the other game, I'm going with Trey McBride. It sounds like a great country name, but I'm taking him at 13-1 to get in the club. Me and my bro popping bottles today because that's how twins do it on their birthdays.
See, you make it impossible to tease you, Raphael, when you say it's because you want to take your brother into the club. But that'd be pretty freaking cool if you got it done that way, though, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Did you say, by the way, did you say Kate Oaten? Is that what you said?
I think I did.
Yeah, you did. That's a very soupy thing to say. The other day, what was the name he said the other day that I about fell off my chair that he said?
Patrick Surtain. He called him Patrick Certain.
That would be the one.
Time.
I said, are you certain it's that name? He goes, Patrick Certain. Everybody calls him that. No,
they don't. And the best part is that he wasn't even playing in the game. He was injured.
All right, it's time for Producer Man. I swear to God, I can't see. All right, we're going to go Rashad Bateman for Producer Man. And I know it's plus 1,900. He's a guy that can absolutely score. And then on the other page for Producer Man, Justin Herbert at plus 2,000, using those legs. And you best believe, producer man, he eats this up as well. And it comes down to me. Kamadi Vidal in the second game at plus is at 1,400. It's right around there. I looked last week. He had a great game. He can also do it on the ground. He can do it in the air. I need somebody that can do it both ways, and this man can. And then in the first game, as I pop bottles early and often tonight, Sean Tucker. This man had a huge game on the ground last week, and I think he gets it done again this week. And early on, he will get it done. And if I don't get in on a double night, I don't know, DG might be hosting tomorrow because my head might pop off my shoulders. I don't think I can take it. I really don't. All right, 15 seconds each person. Final take, both games. AB, go.
Tonight, we have 4 straight Heisman Trophy winners playing. 2015, Derrick Henry, then Lamar Jackson, then Baker Mayfield, then Kyler Murray. Heisman's all over the place tonight.
What a great look. Didn't even think about that. DG, go.
I love these matchups. I think it's going to give a lot of points. And I know a lot of people are saying the unders. I think both these games are going to go over. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight.
Rafael.
Road favorites last 2 weeks have been dominating, and they could dominate in the first game, but I do see Call of Duty winning the second game. But road favorites, I think the Ravens win easily tonight.
I love that that's his nickname. We don't even call him Kyler anymore. He's simply Call of Duty. By the way, shout out to Brian. He's a top quality show. Doesn't get any better. I'm thinking about taking a DTL sign to game day at Indiana this Saturday. DG, that would be pretty sweet. If we put a little DG at the bottom for you, that'd be cool.
Hoosiers.
Yeah, that's right. That'll be the closest you ever got to college game day.
True.
I'm just saying. Yeah.
You'd be on vacation.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right. What a good show. Thanks to everybody for tuning in and making us a part of your night. There's only one thing left to do, and I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. My entire crew, Lumbo, my 5-tool player AB, my man DG back from vacay in top form. My numbers guy, Rafael Esparza, and producer man behind the scenes. I'm simply the coach, trying to keep this train on said track. We grind for you so we can win with you. It's truly what we're all about, even on prime time, right here on Stadium. Good luck tonight.